Welcome to Emmitsburg, Maryland, home to the National Fallen Firefighters Memorial at the National Emergency Training Center. We are here to honor the courageous men and women who sacrificed everything in service to their community. Their selflessness and dedication inspires us, and we pledge to never forget.
The bells you just heard are a Memorial Weekend tradition. They signify that our service is about to begin. Bells like these are ringing nationwide this weekend to honor your loved ones, your fallen firefighters. Good morning. I'm Jeremy Holm. On behalf of the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation, I welcome you to the 2024 National Fallen Firefighters Memorial Service. We gather here at the PNC Sports Complex Arena at Mount St. Mary's University. Thank you for hosting us during this inclement weather. Today, we will pay tribute to the 226 firefighters, 89 who died in the line of duty in 2023, and 137 who died in previous years. It is now time to call the service to order. For all who are able, please stand. Honor guard, pipes and drums, please present the colors.
Honor guard,
Pipes and drums!
attend, here, carry, colors. Gun Major, by your command.
National Fallen Firefighters Memorial! Pipes and drums! Green Hills! Balthazar! Balmoral! Pipes and drums! By the right! Quick march!
Forward, march.
Please remain standing and join us for the singing of our national anthem, performed today by Captain Caleb Bailey. Afterward, the Pledge of Allegiance will be led by the family of fallen firefighter Deborah Cole from Maine. We welcome her daughter Amanda Babineau and granddaughter Abigail Babineau. And finally, Reverend Monsignor William F. Glosser of the Diocese of Allentown, Pennsylvania, will deliver the invocation.
So gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Out!
Let us bow our heads in silent prayer, remembering the 226 who lost their lives to protect others from the perils of fire and natural disaster. In this moment of silence, may we also remember the families of our fallen heroes whose lives are now changed by these tragic events. Every shift, every firehouse gathering begins the same. Coffee, catching up, the banner of camaraderie, the checking of equipment, some training, and the joy of the job. No one ever thinks of not going home at the end of the shift. There's home improvements waiting, a sporting event with the kids, a quiet moment with one's soulmate. Once again, on this solemn day in May, near the anniversary of St. Florian, the patron saint of firefighters, we pause to remember those who never made it home at the end of the shift. We commend to you our God of love, our brothers and sisters who bravely answered their last alarm. They were father and mothers, brothers and sisters, dear friends. Quench the flames of sadness and grief, the searing of hearts broken from loss and mourning. Extinguish the flames as St. Florian did to save the lives of those oppressed. Your firefighters, O Lord, respond regardless of skin color, race, religion, creed, economic standards, or other social circumstances or concerns. As St. Florian, the chief of training of the Roman Fire Brigade and a master of incident command, gave his life to save others, we proudly remember the souls of our brothers and sisters who died. As we conduct this solemn and sacred ceremony today, dear Lord, may we never forget, and by their sacrifices may we honor them so that everyone goes home. God bless America. God bless our firefighters. God bless our family and friends. God bless us and keep us safe. Amen.
Amen.
Honor guard!
Pipes and drums!
Ready? Face! Drum major, by your command!
Pipes and drums! America the beautiful! God bless America! By the right! Quick, march!
Thank you, Monsignor. It is an honor for me to have been asked to join you for this service today. And like many of you, I grew up in and around the local firehouse. As a toddler in the mountains of Colorado, I had a medical emergency after spring floods had washed out our mountain roads. The local fire department rode in on horseback to transport me to the hospital. They saved my life. 1 week after this incident, my father, filled with gratitude, joined the Inner Canyon Fire Department, now known as the Inner Canyon Fire Protection District. My father worked his way from firefighter to EMT to chief. So, like many of our fallen heroes and their families, much of my childhood was spent at the station, in the trucks, and around the fire service. And I've seen that while a firefighter's commitment to serve begins with the individual, it's a promise also kept by their loved ones. Your support, understanding, help those we honor today to be the very best version of themselves. The love you shared with them gave them the courage and the ability to follow their dreams. It wasn't always easy, but you did it. So as we grieve for them, we also honor you. Yesterday, your firefighter's name was added to the National Fallen Firefighters Memorial. Today, the entire nation honors them. Your firefighters represent the wide expanse of our country, from Hawaii and the West Coast through the mountains and across the Great Plains to the East Coast and down to the U.S. Virgin Islands and so many places in between. If you're still standing, please sing. Each of these firefighters' paths and life stories were different, They were unique in their faiths and families and ways of life, yet theirs is a shared legacy of bravery and service. The impact of their life will remain forever honored at the National Fallen Firefighters Memorial, sharing the legacy of other brave men and women. Through their stories you've shared this weekend, we feel their exuberance for life, their kindness and generosity, and the enduring love they had for you. It is through you keeping their memory that they live on, and seeing them through your eyes enables us to remember them too. The mark they made on your lives, their communities, and the world will be felt forever. And now, I'd like to welcome the Chair of the Board of Directors, Troy Markle.
Good morning. On Wednesday, April 10th, the Foundation received 226 American flags from the U.S. Congress. These flags are very special as they have flown over both the United States Capitol and the memorial. Today, they embark upon their final step in their journey. They will be presented to you, the families of our honored heroes. I would like to extend our thanks to the members of the Congressional Fire Service Caucus, including Senator John Tester of Montana, Chair of the Fire Caucus, and Fire Caucus co-chairs Senator Susan Collins of Maine and Congressman Steny Hoyer of Maryland. We are grateful to the entire Congressional Fire Service Caucus for their continued commitment to the families of the fallen firefighters, our nation's fire and emergency services, and the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. The flag transfer ceremony is just one of the many events that occurred in the lead up to this weekend. Just 2 weeks ago, Wayland No. 2 Chevrolet, driven by Jesse Love and featuring a special paint scheme, was revealed at FDIC, Fire Department Instructor Conference in Indianapolis. This special car will race later this summer. It includes the names of 226 fallen firefighters we are honoring here this weekend. Just last night, you saw how our Light the Night for Fallen Firefighters initiative brings communities across our nation together in tribute to your loved ones. Today, our Bells Across America, which you heard at the start of this service, and Sounds Your Sirens, which takes place at noon, occur around the country. As we pay tribute in person here today, people from coast to coast are joining us online. As I mentioned during last night's Candlelight service, it's the Foundation's mission to support you, the families of our fallen firefighters. The resources offered by our Family Programs team are available to you, and all of us stand ready to support you today, tomorrow, and for as long as you need us. Now, to offer a special welcome to Emmitsburg, we are joined by County Executive Jessica Fitzwater. We always appreciate the warm welcome our fire hero families receive here in Frederick County, Maryland.
Good morning. I am Frederick County Executive Jessica Fitzwater. On behalf of all Frederick County residents, I welcome you to the National Fallen Firefighters Memorial Service. Our community is honored to host the nation's memorial to these heroes, your loved ones. Each year, this powerful ceremony brings great pride and great pain. I have also lost a loved one unexpectedly, my beloved husband, Gerald, 5 years ago. I understand the grief you are feeling, the intense sense of loss and loneliness. Please know the people of Frederick County are here to support you. We share in your pain and pride. Two of the heroes recognized in this year's Roll of Honor are from Frederick County: Battalion Chief Chris Moreland of the county's Division of Fire and Rescue Services, and Mark Fisher Jr., who volunteered with the United Fire Company in the city of Frederick and worked as a career firefighter with our neighbors in Montgomery County, Maryland. Over the past 5 years, Frederick County has mourned the loss of 3 others who died in the line of duty: volunteer firefighter Michael Powers, Battalion Chief Joshua Laird, and Zachary Paris, who worked for Frederick County and served as Assistant Chief of the Community Fire Company of New Tripoli in Pennsylvania. Each of you sitting here today has a similar heartbreaking story of loved ones lost in the line of duty. We take comfort in knowing that the 226 men and women we honor here today sacrifice themselves in service to others. We are forever indebted to the brave heroes who choose to live a life of service, who enrich our communities with their selflessness and help to bring a sense of safety and security to all of us. As you look around, you can see the nation's firefighting community stands with you. The entire Frederick County community stands with you too. Your loved ones will be remembered through history, their names etched into a plaque on the grounds of the memorial. They will not be forgotten. You will not be forgotten either. You are forever etched into the hearts of this community. You are now part of our family, and you will always have a place to call home here in Frederick County. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Markle and County Executive Fitzwater. Next, it is my privilege to welcome our U.S. Fire Administrator, Dr. Lori Moore Merrill. She was appointed to this position by President Joe Biden in October of 2021. In this esteemed role, she has worked tirelessly to keep firefighters and communities across the country safe. Having begun her fire service career as a firefighter-paramedic for the City of Memphis, Tennessee Fire Department, she is a doctor of public health and a data scientist. Dr. Moore Merrill is uniting and elevating the fire service to speak with one voice, from top scientists and leaders to career, volunteer, and wildland firefighters on the ground in towns and regions across the United States. We are grateful for her leadership and vision.
Good morning. Normally, I would be welcoming you to the beautiful memorial site at NETC campus, our National Emergency Training Center. Today, however, under much drier campus location, I also welcome you. And I want to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished World Fire Congress International delegates. Greetings to the top fire service leaders from over 50 nations who are here with us today to honor our fallen. Welcome. The loss of any firefighter is tragic, but to lose so many and to have so many families left behind is truly heartbreaking. We're here today to honor each one of your individual losses. We honor how they stepped up to serve their community and how you will do the same. So often, our firefighters put themselves at risk so that others remain safe, and no one knows that better than you. They found it in themselves to foster calm for those in the midst of fear and panic just by being there. Many were drawn to the unknown adventure of what that next call may be. But whatever their inspiration, becoming a firefighter made it a personal commitment to serve others. After a line of duty death, we often ask ourselves, what could we have done that this might have gone differently? And yet we know that so many what ifs would not change the result. We must make sure that the lives of those we've lost matter. And this ceremony exists for one reason: to show the families whose loved ones we've honored, as well as their co-workers and everyone who knew them, that our nation recognizes their sacrifice. We commit ourselves to the long-standing traditions and values of the fire service, and we remember our fallen, and we take care of their families. In this effort, the United States Fire Administration is grateful for our partnership with the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation, and we stand by the foundation in support of you, just as they stand by us as we serve the nation's fire service. On Friday, President Biden issued a proclamation honoring our fallen firefighters, and he ordered that all American flags on government buildings be flown at half-mast. With that, may God bless and comfort you, and may God protect all of our firefighters serving their communities today. It is now my honor to introduce you to another firefighter serving at the federal government level. Administrator Criswell was unanimously confirmed by the U.S. Senate in April of 2021 to serve as the administrator of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. She's the first woman confirmed to serve in this role and is leading the nation's efforts to help people before, during, and after disasters. She is an advocate for the fire service and for firefighters, and she continues this steadfast support in her role as the FEMA administrator. We're grateful for her presence this weekend. Please welcome our FEMA administrator, Deanne Criswell.
Good morning. Lori, thank you very much for that introduction and for your kind remarks. And as a friend and as a colleague, thank you for all that you do to advocate for our fire service. We all owe you a debt of gratitude for your tireless work. It is with a heavy heart and deep gratitude that I join you all here today to honor our fallen firefighters. We're here today as loved ones, as friends and colleagues, to pay tribute to those who made the ultimate sacrifice. This memorial is a testament to them, our heroes, our role models, our protectors, our sisters, fathers, and uncles, our brothers, our mothers, and friends. By being here today, we bear witness to the strength of their character, their commitment to service, and their unfailing sense of duty. And it's our duty to honor those attributes, to carry them with us every day, to remind the world that there is always more we can do in service to others. That is their legacy, and it falls on us to make sure that it never fades away. As a former firefighter, today carries very special meaning for me as well. It's a day of personal reflection, a day to think about my old colleagues and the time we shared together. As a firefighter, emergency manager, and as a human being, I have experienced moments that have challenged the deepest parts of me. There have been times when our world has felt irreparable, sometimes even hopeless. In those moments, I found myself reaching for comfort, solitude, and strength. And for me, that solid ground, it's my faith. That's where I turn when I need a light in the dark, a stabilizing force, solace, or even renewal. My faith reminds me of why we do this incredibly important work, of why so many of us have sacrificed so much. My faith tells me this, that in service to others, we find purpose. In the words of Pope Francis, total openness to serving others is our hallmark. It alone is our title of honor. The heroes that we honor today dedicated their lives to serving others. The heroes we honor today, simply put, they had faith in the idea that this world is better off when we look out for each other. There are no words strong enough to convey the magnitude of their sacrifice. Nothing we could say could truly capture their courage. But I will offer you this. I hope you carry their faith, their belief in duty, and their service to others with you each and every day. I hope it gives you solace in your darkest moments, but the gift of remembrance in the lighter ones. And for every moment in between, I hope their memory gives you peace. Thank you.
Thank you, Administrator Criswell and Dr. Moore Merrill. It is now time for the 2024 Roll of Honor. As each name is called, a fire service member will escort the family forward. Each family will receive a badge inscribed with the name of their fallen firefighter, a red rose, and the special American flag you heard about earlier. To begin the Roll of Honor, I welcome Hope Yonka.
Alabama, Jordan E. Melton, Birmingham Fire and Rescue Service. Stephen M. Smith, Pebble Volunteer Fire Department. Jeffrey Ray Wyatt, McAdory Area Fire District. Arizona, Tyrone E. Bell, Verde Valley Fire District. Samuel J. Kreiner, Drexel Heights Fire District. California, Joshua Bischoff, CAL FIRE, California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection. Robert G. Brantley, Los Angeles County Fire Department. Russell V. Fagan, Los Angeles County Fire Department. Brian Folk, Kern County Fire Department. Jacob R. Flores, CAL FIRE, California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection. Joey Gandera, Los Angeles County Fire Department. Daniel Joseph Geary, CAL FIRE, California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection. Scott Kelly Gomes, CAL FIRE, California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection. William L. Knott, Los Angeles County Fire Department. Samuel C. Neubauer, Los Angeles County Fire Department. Manuel Ramos Jr., Los Angeles County Fire Department. Kenneth E. Rentz, Los Angeles County Fire Department. Timothy Rodriguez Jr., CAL FIRE, California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection. Tony Sosa, Air Shasta Rotor and Wing Incorporated, contracted by CAL FIRE.
Barry Ballet continues the Roll of Honor.
Mark A. Tolbert, Los Angeles County Fire Department. Connecticut, Anthony A. D. Simone, North Haven Fire Department. Delaware. Jeremy Charles Lundgren, Dover Air Force Base, Fire and Emergency Services. John Michael Pridemore, Clayton Fire Company No. 1, Incorporated. Philip S. Young, Dover Fire Department, Robbins Hose Company No. 1. District of Columbia, Alan L. Roush, U.S. Air Force, Fire and Emergency Services. Florida, Douglas Clemens, Polk County Fire Rescue. Austin M. Duran, Apopka Fire Department. James Stewart Hunt, City of Melbourne Fire Department. Terrison Jackson, Broward Sheriff's Office, Department of Fire Rescue. Robert G. Lowe, Jr., Greater Naples Fire Rescue District. Jeremy J. McKay, Clay County Fire Rescue. Richard Brian Walnevitz, Palm Beach Gardens Fire Rescue. Georgia, Sean Luke Daniel, Georgia Forestry Commission. Stephen Paul Richards, Georgia Forestry Commission. Matthew Brian Smith, Bartow County Fire and Emergency Services. Ryan Leonidas, Taylor. City of Decatur Fire Department. Colin Veasley, Clayton County Fire and Emergency Services.
Jeff Fackler continues the role of honor.
Hawaii, Trey Evans Dumoran. Volunteer Fire Company. Dwayne E. Irwin, Elberfeld Volunteer Fire Department. Mark B. Gillum, Elwood Fire Department. Martin J. Myers, Kokomo Fire Department. Donald Max Neiswinger, Jr., Owen Valley Fire Territory. Bernard J. Bernie Knoll, Southwest Allen County Fire District. Kyle Thomas Osgood, Farmland Volunteer Fire Department. David F. Phelps, Prairieton Fire Department. Jack Kelly Ronco, La Crosse Volunteer Fire Department.
Stephen Schwartz continues the Roll of Honor.
Joe A. Stucker, Jr., Fairland Volunteer Fire Department. Bill L. Walters, Waterloo Grant Township Volunteer Fire Department. Iowa, Anthony Gerhard Tony Hoffman, Ionia Fire Department. Kansas, Josh Brueggemann, Wichita Fire Department. Frank E. Inke, Girard Fire Department. Jason C. Garrett, Kansas City, Kansas Fire Department. Martin K. Smith, Montgomery County Fire District 1. Kentucky, Joseph Ray Back, Whitesburg Fire Department. H.M. Bottom, City of Russell Springs Fire Department. Edwin Carter Conley, Magoffin County Rescue Squad. Regina M. Huffman, Coon Creek Fire and Rescue. Sean Kelly, Murray Fire Department. Clarence Norman Lytle, Georgetown Fire and Rescue. Brian Ray Morgan, Pleasure Ridge Park Fire Protection District. Bobby Wade Mosby, Nelson Creek Volunteer Fire Department. David C. Hawley, Louisville Fire Department. Thomas A. Petchke, Ballardsville Fire and Rescue. Ernest Ray Rudder, Bush Volunteer Fire Department. David J. Studer, Covington Fire Department.
Here with a tribute reading, Tanya Hoover.
The firefighters we are honoring here today likely love to see fire engines respond through their neighborhood streets. Some protected our country as veterans. Some were career firefighters, and others served as volunteers. An unofficial tradition of the fire service, many were pranksters, with humor born of long hours in the company of other fine men and women, and a need to find light in the darkest of days. Some were mentors to those coming through the ranks, others were at the beginning of their journey, and eager to learn from those who came before them. They gave friendship. They gave an ear to listen when it was most needed. They were a source of strength to those around them. They gave a leg up when needed. They strove to improve every situation whenever, wherever it was possible to do so. Their compassion and dedication to those around them made the fire service and the communities they served a better place to be. And most of all, they shared their larger-than-life hearts with you, and by their actions with all of us too. May we always remember them, not only for what has been lost, but for what they meant to those who loved and knew them.
James Pauley continues the roll of honor.
William Edward Sonny Thompson, Mercer Fire Protection District. Louisiana, Michael Allen Ford Sr., St. Tammany Fire Protection District Number 1. Walker L. Hill, Baton Rouge Fire Department. Eric T.S. Creppen, St. Tammany Fire Protection District Number 1. Thomas Julius Maury Jr., Naval Air Station Joint Reserve Base, New Orleans Fire and Emergency Services. Maryland, Henry W. Eckhart Jr., Reisterstown Volunteer Fire Company. Mark R. Fisher Jr., Montgomery County Fire and Rescue Services. Brian Paul Hamilton, Naval District, Washington Fire and Emergency Services. Christopher D. Moreland, Frederick County Division of Fire and Rescue Services. Rodney W. Pitts III, Baltimore City Fire Department. Dylan Rinaldo, Baltimore City Fire Department. Bryce C. Trosbach, Naval District, Washington Fire and Emergency Services. Massachusetts, Edward D. Bergdahl, Boston Fire Department. Peter M. Scarry, Winchester Fire Department. Michigan, Ronald Jean Quesada, Ottawa Lake Whiteford Fire Department. Ricky Albert Hill Jr., Flint Fire Department. Ethan M. Quillen, Paw Paw Volunteer Fire Department. Mississippi, Philip Allen, Seminary Volunteer Fire Department.
Preet Bassi continues the role of honor.
Wayne Doyle, Lowndes County Emergency Services Volunteer Fire District 3. Marshall Mark Hill Lee, Gulfport Fire Department. Clint Jacobs, Wiggins Fire Department. Kenneth Wayne Rainey, Bridgetown Fire Department. Gwandez Deshun Mook Smith, Sardis Volunteer Fire Department. Lee Tatum Sr., Greenleaf Volunteer Fire Department. Andrew Starling Whittle Sr., District 1 Volunteer Fire Department. Missouri. Lloyd M. Rudiger, New Haven Burger Fire Protection District. Raymond M. Wynn, Kansas City, Missouri Fire Department. New Jersey, Augusto Agi Akabu, Newark Fire Department. Wayne M. Brooks, Jr., Newark Fire Department. Anthony C. Davenport, Sussex Fire Department. Jeff M. Pfeiffer, Deptford Fire Department. Timothy R. Flager, Keyport Fire Department. Edward Steins, West Milford Fire Department. New York, Thomas W. Anderson, Jr., Fire Department, City of New York. Jason D. Arno, Buffalo Fire Department. Edward Red Corrigan, North Patchogue Fire District. Peter E. Drums, North Syracuse Fire Department.
There is no life without this hunger. can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. And I am strong when I am on your shoulders. Raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. And I'm strong when I am on your shoulders. Raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be.
Michael Leonard continues the roll of honor.
Rebecca Becky Alesco, Millgrove Volunteer Fire Department. Dennis A. Farrell, Fire Department, City of New York. Russell Feliciano, Fire Department, City of New York. John P. Fogarty, Fire Department, City of New York. Frederick H. Gallagher, Fire Department, City of New York. Michael H. Gebert, Fire Department, City of New York. Wayne T. Garing, Fire Department, City of New York. Stephen H. Bullwinkle Harris Jr., Fort Johnson Volunteer Fire Company. Robert J. Kelly, Fire Department, City of New York. David M. Lachenauer, City of Watertown Fire Department. Leonard Llewellyn, Mattituck Fire Department. James C. Major, Fire Department, City of New York. Anthony Malfi, Fire Department.
Eddie Dwayne Fender, Asheville Fire Department. James William Goodlock, Town of Dallas Fire Department. Jeremy Clem, Durham Fire Department. Larry J. Kai, North Carolina Forest Service. Ohio, Gregory Lee Bauer, Columbus Division of Fire. Seamus J. Culligan, Willoughby Fire Department. Kevin A. Daly, Middleport Fire Department. Charles E. Gossard Jr., Springfield Township Fire Department. H. Matthew Hannencraft, South Richland Fire Department. David Jarvis III, Columbus Division of Fire. Edward J. Long, Portsmouth Fire Department. Dennis Lee McCullum, Kalida Volunteer Fire Department. Randy B. Miner, Marianne Township Fire Department. Ralph A. Nunley, Bloom Township Fire Department. Kenneth J. Pettit, Allen Clay Joint Fire District. Matthew A. Reed, Fletcher Volunteer Fire Department. Charles D. Swank, Washington Township Fire Department.
Here with a tribute reading, Garon Mosby.
Today, and in the days to come, the impact of those we honor here will continue to be felt. The stories of their lives tell us of their impact on those closest to them and their brother and sister firefighters, on their communities, and in fact, on all of us. They taught us how to be safe in a fire, calmly teaching children and adults alike what to do if they ever found themselves in such a situation. Some use their personal experience to advocate for better safety programs for firefighters, recognizing that their own story could make a difference in another firefighter's life. They urge colleagues to get screenings and to always put safety first in every situation. They engage with their own departments, policies, and procedures to mitigate exposures and improve health and wellness programs. In this way, they showed remarkable insight, finding ways to share their experience in the hopes that it would prevent others from suffering as well. The courage to do this is born of inner strength. It reflects a special kindness and love for all those around you. We owe a debt of gratitude to those we honor here today. Their lasting impacts are felt all around us every day and everywhere we go. And we shall live on safer and stronger because of our fallen heroes.
William Webb continues the roll of honor.
James E. Tansey, Wakeman Fire District. Sean R. Tyler, Tiffin Fire Rescue Division. Brett J. Wilson, Columbia Township Fire Department. Robert L. Bob Weissung, Clinton Warren Joint Fire and Rescue District. Oregon, Brian Edward Flowers, Gresham Fire Department. Brandon Norbury, Gresham Fire Department. Pennsylvania, Sean Giles, Fuller Hose Company Number 1. Timothy M. T.J. Johnson, Pleasant Volunteer Fire Department. Robert D. Kleinfelter, Bowerston Volunteer Fire Department. Brian Keith Martinez, Monalto Volunteer Fire Department. Colin A. Reedy, West Whiteland Fire Company. Nicholas J. Sava, Oakmont Fire Company. Rhode Island, Robert T. Gardner Jr., Richmond, Carolina Fire District. James L. Varon Sr., Providence Fire Department. South Carolina, Joseph Kenneth Barr, Anderson County Fire Department. Gary L. Burris II, Gaffney Fire Department. John R. Hodge, Inman Community Fire Department. James Michael Muller, Irmo Fire District. Kevin D. Simmons, City of Aiken, Department of Public Safety.
Vicki Pritchett continues the role of honor.
South Dakota, Fred Fedler, Chester Volunteer Fire Department. Joshua J. Kogel, Caver Volunteer Fire Department. Tennessee, Jeffrey S. Eric, Memphis Fire Department. Malcolm Wayne Arrington, Nashville Fire Department. William Michael Brooks, Nashville Fire Department. Roger Estes, South Claiborne Volunteer Fire Department. Travis Isabel, Memphis Fire Department. Richard D. Miller, Henderson County Fire Department. Jeffrey Todd Norman, Memphis Fire Department. Darren D. Passold, Hohenwald Fire Department. Roy Lee Sewell, Jr., North Tazewell Volunteer Fire Department. Clifford Smelser, Sunnyside Volunteer Fire Department. Jillian Skill Wilson, Fayette County Fire Department. Texas, Peter S. Avila, Brownsville Fire Department.
Nothing you could do, there's nothing you could say to cause the love I have for you to shrink or fade away. There's nothing about you I would change, but one thing I regret is that you don't recognize the giant I see as of yet. But I'm gonna work on you. 'cause I'm gonna work so hard on you. One day you will realize the impact that you made when you look behind and see the giant footprints that remain. And you love the one you've always been without being afraid. And I'll know my work is through when you see the giant in you. There's nothing more I want of you. One thing that I fear is that you may never love the face that looks back in the mirror. And I know that my words are weak, but this is where we start. And they'll take on new meaning when you know them in your heart. 'Cause I'm gonna work on you. Yes, I'm gonna work so hard on you. One day you will realize the impact that you made when you look behind and see the giant footprints that remain. And you love the one you've always been without being afraid. And I'll know my work is through when you know the giant in you. Ooh. There's nothing you could do, there's nothing you could say to cause the love I have for you to shrink or fade away. 'Cause I'm gonna work on you. Yes, I'm gonna work so hard, and one day soon you'll know the giant is you.
Pat Morrison continues the roll of honor.
Edward R. Eddie Hickle Jr., West Volunteer Fire Department. John P. Norris Jr., Forest Bend Fire Department. Nahid Atif Oral, Community Volunteer Fire Department. Joe Parrish, Dieball Volunteer Fire Department. Brandon T. Peterson, Lancaster Fire Department. Kevin Glenn Teague, Fort Worth Fire Department.
Malcolm Sherrod Willis, Houston Fire Department. Horace Dan Wright, Abbott Volunteer Fire Department. U.S. Virgin Islands, Mario Smiley Smith, U.S. Virgin Islands Fire Service. Utah, Merrill L. Bone, Unified Fire Authority. Robert Lee Pilcher, Unified Fire Authority. Virginia, Ernest Nelson, Ernie Cash, Mon Ellison Volunteer Fire Department. Michael R. Chavarati, Virginia Beach Fire Department. Cameron Bentley Craig, Abingdon Fire Department. Mia Etheridge, Louisa County Department of Fire and EMS.
Stephen D. Woodson, Rainy Ray Co., County Division of Fire. Rocky S. Wood, Virginia Department of Forestry. Washington, Charles Thomas Kate, Colum County Fire District Number 3. Dean Allen Crosswhite, Whatcom County Fire District 7. Matthew D. Rigsby, City of Buckley Fire Department. Ronald A. Royce, Winchetsky Valley Fire Department. Robert Bo Schiemeyer, Tomaco Fire Department. Michael J. Williams, Seattle Fire Department. West Virginia, Cody John Mullins, West Virginia Division of Forestry. Ronald Morris Stromsnyder, K-POW, Valley Volunteer Fire Department. Wisconsin, Raymond Joseph Samson, Dale Fire Rescue. Frank Castro Chenair Jr., Naki Volunteer Fire Department. Stephen B. Smith, Van D. Brook, Cow, Conwa, Vanderveer, Cowdown Fire Department. Todd J. Yondraw, Lake Mills Fire Department.
Here with a tribute reading, Lorraine Carley.
Firefighters keep their pockets full with tools and everything else they think they'll need, just in case. I'm sure your firefighter always had a tool close by. To you, their loved ones, I hope you can keep your pockets full too. You're on a new path. It is one you didn't choose or expect, and you will need new tools for this journey. So what lessons can each of us take from our firefighters? Do your best to prepare for the good days and the bad. Train yourself to handle what comes your way. When a problem is hard to solve, or you simply don't know what to do, ask for help. Use a buddy system to help keep one another in sight, especially when the air around you feels thick and heavy. Continue to communicate. Share your experiences, thoughts, and feelings with those around you so you'll be better prepared for the next thing that life throws at you. Stay flexible and improvise as needed. Keep your head up and your eyes open. Know that there is always a moment for laughter, for a smile, or a well-timed joke. Stay compassionate with others and with yourself. Keep your pockets full and do your best just as they did.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountain to the prairie, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with light from above, from the mountain to the prairie, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet home. My home sweet home.
We began this service with the traditional ringing of the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation Bell of Remembrance. As the bells rang here in Emmitsburg, fire departments, community partners, and places of worship across the United States rang their bells in solidarity as part of our Bells Across America initiative. The ringing of bells is a long-held fire department tradition. Eric Skablix, the superintendent of the National Fire Academy, is here to tell us more.
Long before there were telephones and radios in use in America, fire departments utilized the telegraph to receive fire alarms from those once familiar red fire alarm boxes which stood in almost every community and on every street corner. When a firefighter fell in a line of duty, the fire alarm office, the forerunner of today's modernized communication centers, would tap out a special signal 555. This would be transmitted to fire stations throughout the community. Done for the purpose of notification and as a sign of honor and respect. Such symbolism has been a long-honored fire service tradition which still continues in many cities today. We utilize these traditions as symbols of honor and respect for those who have given us so much and served so well. And so, for those who have selflessly devoted their lives for the good of their communities and fellow citizens, the bells toll their last alarm, for they have gone home.
We'd like to thank our host, Mount St. Mary's University, for helping us today to stay true to the traditional service. And behind the scenes, hundreds of people who have worked tirelessly to bring this weekend together. There's the U.S. Fire Administration, which partners with the Foundation throughout the year to make this happen. We also want to thank the singers, the interpreters, the honor guard, the pipes and drums, family escorts, the returning fire hero families, the board, staff, and contractors of the Foundation, and the seemingly endless stream of volunteers who join us each year. They all come together to welcome, honor, and support you. Please remain seated as the honor guard, pipes, and drums pass in review to pay their respects.
Honor guard! Pipes and drums! Our turn! Here! Drum major, by your command! Pipes and drums, by the tap! By the right! Quick, march! Forward! March! Peace! Preach! Ready? Face! Drum major, by your command! Pipes and drums, wings, dawning of the day! By the right, quick, march!
As we approach the conclusion of our service, Chaplain Scott Duckworth of the Tennessee Federation of Fire Chaplains delivers the benediction.
Almighty Creator, as we come to the close of this memorial service, we acknowledge your greatness and love for all assembled here. We ask that you grant to the living grace and to the departed rest. Bless us all who have gathered here to memorialize those who lived and died protecting their community. May we remember with much love those who died in the service of our cities, towns, counties, tribal lands, and states. As we are reminded that life is precious, we pray for the living who put their lives at risk each and every day in the service to others. While we are bowed in tribute to our fallen heroes, we bring this meeting to a close. Before we part our separate ways, we pause to think of the families who are experiencing difficult times. We pray for strength and comfort for them as they continue on through this life. And we ask that our returning families will be able to guide those who are new to this journey. As we bring this service to a close, let us recite the Firefighters' Prayer to remind us of the sacrifice that may be required of these great responders. The Firefighters' Prayer. When I am called to duty, God, whenever flames may rage, give me the strength to save a life, whatever be its age. Help me to embrace a little child before it is too late, or save an older person from the horror of that fate. Enable me to be alert and to hear the weakest shout, and quickly and efficiently to put the fire out. I want to feel my calling and give the best in me to guard my every neighbor and protect his property. And if I am to lose my life according to my call, please bless with your protecting hand my family, one and all. Be with us all and provide us with traveling mercy as we return to our homes, near and far away. In your name, amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Duckworth. As our time today draws to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on your experiences this weekend. Singer-songwriter Dave Caro will accompany this video montage with a song that holds great meaning to our fire hero families. It's called The Fallen and the Brave. After that, the service will be complete. Please remember the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation is always here for you. Please let us know how we can help. We wish you all safe travels and peace in the days to come.
There's a saying in our firehouse, everyone goes home. And we know the perils in our job every time we hear the tone. And on this day we fought a blaze, we did our job for lives were saved. But in the end I sacrificed my home. I hear bells in the distance, pipers playing a song for me, where flags are folded in our memory. I'm going home to Emmitsburg. They'll call my name in Emmitsburg. Tears are shed and prayers are heard for the fallen and the brave. There is peace among the embers and lightness in the air as I float above the members of my station in despair. We face our fears, the lives we save, the souvenirs. I go without regret as I declare